you sort of making me rich and poor at the same time.
Also changing the surname.
Alright, this is my first speech, and yes, like everybody, I am a little nervous. So, brief introduction, starting with good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Khyati, and I've been working for around 7 years now. I currently work as a team leader with S&P Capital IQ, a database provider, data provider. When I read the module, I thought it was criminal to ask any woman to speak about herself and in prescribed time limit. And I kept wondering, what shall I be speaking? I thought about it for 2, 3, 4 days, and I thought that, okay, I'll narrow it down to what I call as my lifelines, or the 3 things I love the most. I would want to talk about my love to analyze, my love to interact with people, and my love to write poetry. So starting with my love to analyze. How did it come in my system, and how did I associate myself with it? When I started to analyze, it was not when I learned that I was in research. It is not because I'm in research and I want to portray that I love to analyze. I create charts, I create metrics, I collate data, I come up with strategy. No, I want to share a personal experience from one of my journals. In my last relationship, I actually created a pie chart. And I wrote down the amount of time in a conversation which was spent in doing arguments or making arguments. Then I listed the topics which led to those arguments, and I qualified them as not safe. Rest were safe. The aim was to reduce the argument to conversation ratio from 1:1 to 1:30. Trust me, it can freak people out, but it was huge success. So if you stick to the strategy of conversing about safe topics only once a month, you can reduce the argument to conversation ratio from 1:1 to 1:30. Moving on to my next lifeline, which is my love to interact with people. It's just great and a learning experience to listen to people, hear about their motivational factors, their stories. It has been amazing listening to all of you, your stories, Omkar's story, and a lot of people. I haven't heard about everybody, but it's just a lot of motivation and enthusiasm that flows into you and your energies. So I've got a brief opportunity, even while I work, to talk about people, what challenges them, what is motivating them, what is it, whatever they feel should be effective for them to perform better. So when I started as a new leader, I thought I will lead with an example. Few months later, I realized nobody is really picking up the cue of my example, not more than 5% at least. So I thought I'll use more motivational techniques, maybe books by authors like Siddharth. I thought I will use motivational videos of people who've succeeded, like Lance Armstrong, etc. But even with that, only 30 to 40% people actually came on board. And then I had the hard learning that you cannot really motivate everybody. There is a set of people who need to realize it on their own and understand their calling and figure it out themselves. You can't push everybody. There has to be a basic minimal set of intrinsic motivation. Everything cannot be extensive. Which is what I like about learning and interacting with people and from them. Further moving on, keeping the time in mind, to the last love of my life, which is writing poetry. I used to write as a child. Somewhere it got missed a little, I stopped. Then I started thinking about it, that why did I stop writing? I was talking a lot, but I wasn't writing enough. I resumed my love to write around 5 years back, and I am now deciding to collate all the writing that I have done so far into a book. And if you all still have ears for me, I want to share one small piece that I've written.
Please.
The poem is called Extraterrestrial Way, or the ET Way. I am in an ET zone, fluid at life, having no bone. Meeting new people, sharing my plans, walking a path with or without plans. A funny guy I met on the ET Way. Strategy to him is samosa in a tray. Every Indian has one. Drink, dance, laugh and live. His fuel is smile and his act is to give. Another one wants to live in Goa, is willing to quit banking to be a rover. He wants to stop and start life from scratch. He wants to fill answers in the life's fast on patch. The third one wants to inspire 1 billion people, is throwing stones at waters to ripple. It's inspiring to hear his dreams and his thoughts. They're not just dreams but actions well sought. I'm traveling, reading and listening around. At last the rolling stone I found. People don't see me but my blue avatar, running and floating to the skies far. I am in an ET zone, fluid at life, having no home.